2018 Subaru Crosstrek 2.0i Essentials, ground clearance over refinement. What is it? The Subaru Crosstrek is a small SUV with legit off-road specs, like 8.7 inches of ground clearance, versus 6.2 inches for competitors like the Mazda CX-3. The 2.0i Premium model is the middle of 3 trim levels, above the base model, below the Limited. Going Premium gets you a leather-wrapped steering wheel and shifter, as well as handy-in-the-winter items like heated seats and a windshield wiper de-icer. Highlights: the 2018 Crosstrek is new and the second Subaru built from the new global platform. The related Impreza is the first. The 2.0-liter boxer engine got a massage and loosened up 4 additional HP, now 152 at 6,000 revolutions per minute. Peak torque remains the same at 145 pounds-to-foot but arrives 200 revolutions per minute earlier, now at 4,000 revolutions per minute. The manual transmission has 6 speeds instead of 5. A CVT automatic is available, too. Inside, all trims come standard with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Our opinion: the AWD Crosstrek, for its segment, it is among or at the top when it comes to fuel economy, cargo space, rear legroom and ground clearance. That's Jason Fenske, creator and host of Engineering Explained. And I get his point of view. Those are engineering talking points and valid ones at that. Furthermore, he owns a 2016 Crosstrek and inevitably has a bias. He's also driven the 2018 model and compares it to his 2016 in the video above. And while what he says is true, I found the cabin a bit noisy at freeway speeds. There's also not much power from the non-turbo 2.0-liter, and the steering and throttle applications are not as precise as other cars in the class. Subaru scores a big plus for offering a 6-speed manual with AWD, but it's a less engaging driving experience than I had hoped. Overall, the Honda HR-V feels more refined and the Mazda CX-3 more fun to drive. I told Fenske this and he didn't argue, but went on to say he thinks the Crosstrek is the only one that deserves to be called a crossover. I think it's weird that there are crossovers that can't go off-road. I get it, there are people that buy crossovers and don't use them off-road, but Subaru makes the Crosstrek in a way that you can if you want to. Fenske went on. For example, the Mazda CX-3 is a lot of fun to drive. You could autocross it and enjoy yourself, which is bizarre because it's a crossover. But it doesn't have any ground clearance. The CX-3 is closer in that spec to a Subaru Impreza, not the Crosstrek. In a CX-3, you can get AWD, but you don't have ground clearance, so what's the point? It's for people who don't take it in the snow, or off-road, or any scenario like that. The Crosstrek also looks the part. It comes with integrated roof rails for easy installation of kayaks or bikes, or whatever. The Crosstrek is not the best on the road, where most of us spend most of our time driving. But, if you want the rugged image, or you are one of the very few who actually uses a crossover to cross over less pleasant terrain, the Crosstrek makes sense. Speaking of which, Fenske had one more thing to say. My first day with the Crosstrek, I had 80 miles on it. I went to this sandy, rocky area, and I thought, man, I've only got 80 miles on the car and these are big rocks. And it's sandy, so poor traction. No problem, I didn't scrape once. It's so nice to have something and not worry that I'm going to beat it up. It's actually built for it. I love it.